hottest movie review on the internet today, the A-List Review. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Troop. And today I'm here to review a movie that came out, back a couple weeks ago in theaters. It was a movie by the previews. I was like, oh, it's one of these type of movies. And then I saw what people were saying about it. And I'm like, it really is one of those type of movies, huh? So I wasn't exactly busting down the doors of the theater to see this one. But ladies and gentlemen, my time has come. And I finally have checked this movie out. My review of the 2018 revenge action thriller, Peppermint. Coming up now. After her husband and daughter are killed in a tragedy, Riley North is shocked when the three gunmen responsible get off because of corrupt lawyers, judges, and so on. 5 years later, bodies that had to do with the case begin to pile up as Riley comes back to town as a changed woman, looking for revenge at any means necessary. So what did I think of Peppermint? I thought it's a ghastly revenge action flick. The movie feels very much like a female Punisher film, but by its quality, it really has no business being a theatrical release. It has a very big direct-to-DVD feel to it, and it reminds me of one of those random movies you've never heard of when you're going through the red box. The film starts off with an action sequence, then goes back 5 years to show us the backstory, and then goes back to present time like we've seen done so many times in the past. The backstory itself feels very rushed, and I felt like we didn't get enough time to care about the characters before they were killed off, as it just wants to jump into the action. As for the action scenes, they're basically shootouts and explosions, which are all very bland and forgettable. Some of the situations Riley gets into are so unbelievable, and there are points where she completely disappears out of nowhere like she's Batman, and survives things that only horror icons could live through. The story is very thin as well, and really just showcases Riley killing the villains through most of the runtime, and trying to get payback on everyone involved. I found it odd that the people you'd think the movie would make as the main villains instead are quickly killed off, and she goes after bigger targets instead. There's also characters who you think will get killed off in a cool way in their build-up, but instead they're killed off screen, and the audience is just told about it. What? Another thing we don't see is how the innocent mother went from being a bank teller to a badass. One might think we'd see some sort of montage, but instead we're shown one YouTube clip of her cage fighting, which is supposed to explain everything. Even the setup before the family is killed shows us how stupid Riley's husband is, as he contemplates with a friend if they, just by themselves, should attempt to rob a drug cartel, which of course leads to the events unfolding. We also get twists that are extremely predictable, and terrible dialogue filled with eye-rollingly bad lines given to the police characters. All of the villains are very cliché and extremely over the top, whether it be the cartel members or an evil soccer mom. The cast stars Jennifer Garner as Riley North, the mother who comes back for revenge against the group of people who caused the death of her daughter and husband, John Gallagher Jr. as Stan Carmichael, the detective on the case who's warned about the last cop who tried to look into the cartel, and Juan Pablo Raba as Diego Garcia, the head of the cartel who wants to put an end to Riley's extracurricular activities. Peppermint is a film that could have been fun with a better script, but instead falls to the bottom of the barrel for revenge movies. I'm going to give it the rating of Peppermint. You know what rating you're going to get? I only got 2 words for you. Suck it. All right, well, that's the show. I'll be back with another review very soon. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. YouTube.com/Westside515. Like the show on Facebook, Facebook.com/WestTrueBaylist. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter and Instagram @WestAlist. Until next time, Troop out.